Storytime animations always look so easy until you actually try making one. So today I decided to make my very first Storytime animation. What could possibly go wrong? I've been watching Storytime animators for years. Every time I watched one of their videos, I always had the same thought. One day I want to make one too. They make it look so effortless. A simple character, simple backgrounds, a few facial expressions. And somehow, it's one of the most entertaining things to watch. So naturally, I thought, how hard could it be? Very hard. The first challenge wasn't even drawing. It was coming up with a story. I spent way longer than I expected waiting for an idea to magically appear. Nothing! I asked ChatGPT to give me some ideas. Every idea either felt boring or way too complicated. I almost gave up before I even started. Then I thought, why not make a simple story? Something short, something cute, something about my cat. Problem solved. Or so I thought. Before drawing anything, I started watching animation tutorials. I wanted to know how Storytime animators make their videos feel so alive without animating every single frame. Almost every tutorial gave similar advice. Keep your character design simple. Focus on strong poses. Use facial expressions. Don't animate everything. Sometimes moving just the eyes or the head is enough. That sounded pretty easy until I actually opened my drawing app. I drew my first scene, then my second scene, then my third. At first I was having fun. Then I realized something. Every single scene needed a completely new drawing. If my character lifted one arm, new drawing. If she turned her head, new drawing. If she blinked, another drawing. If she sneezed, guess what? Another drawing. I never realized how many drawings go into even the simplest animations. The funny part is that when you're watching a Storytime animation, you don't really think about it. Everything feels so natural. But once you're the one making it, you suddenly notice every tiny detail. After finishing the drawings, it was finally time to animate. This was the part one was the most excited about. I imagined smooth animation, beautiful camera movements, everything looking professional. Reality was a little different. The first time I pressed play, nothing moved the way I imagined. Some parts were too fast. Others were too slow. The timing felt weird. And somehow, my character looked like she was floating instead of walking. So I kept adjusting things. Tiny movement after tiny movement, little by little. It finally started looking like an actual animation. Not perfect, but definitely better than where I started. One thing I learned very quickly, animation is basically solving hundreds of tiny problems. Every time you fix one thing, you immediately notice another thing that needs fixing. It never really ends. But that's also what made it fun. Watching everything slowly come together was honestly one of the most satisfying parts of the whole process. Seeing a sketch become line art, then color, then finally an animation was an amazing feeling. I still have a lot to learn, but for a first attempt, I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. So, enough talking. Here's my very first Storytime animation. I've always wanted a cat. So when I finally got one, I was so excited. From day one, it followed me everywhere. If I walked into the kitchen, it followed me. It climbed onto my shoulders. Then something strange started happening. My eyes became really itchy. I couldn't stop sneezing. Achoo! I'm allergic to cat hair. Great. I seriously can't stop laughing. Ha ha ha. Like Vayara once said, Storytime, bad memation. Well, this was my attempt. Honestly, I think it's a big improvement compared to where I started, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.